Hey guys, what's up? Toboloco here, and we are back with the Subscriber World Cup for the month of May. I almost forgot about it. Could you believe that? I almost forgot about the Subscriber World Cup, but luckily we have 31 days in May, so it gave me a bit more time this time round to do it. So this time round, we only got around about 32 entries, which was really disappointing. I was kind of hoping more people would join it now that I've expanded the player pool in there. So please, guys, get your entries down. Honestly, like, there's 200 spaces in this Subscriber World Cup, so, you know, just put something down. Even if you don't watch my videos all the time or whatever, just put something down and play along, and let's just have fun. Okay, so I'm going to read out the 32 names because there's not a lot. So I'm going to start off with New Zealand. It's me. I picked New Zealand because there wasn't enough people, so I decided I'll be New Zealand. So that's the Oceania stage done. The European zone, we have France, Patrick MEALY, Greece, Peter Boldoff and Anti-Swag Corporation, Netherlands, double entry, unknown person and Will Rosales. Finland was another double entry, Ian Young, Yang Lin, and XP Rewarder 248. Bulgaria, Robin Burke, Alan Masulu. Czech Republic, Ronnie Fensk. Denmark, Nicholas Jakobsen. Serbia, Sunglasses. Russia, Isaac Flores Jr. Scotland, UEFA Live. Norway, oh yeah, Mr. Krabs. Wales, Daniels, Can't Save a Ball. Spain, Daniel Cochero. Republic of Ireland, Mario Marroquin. Iceland, Sant Di. Belgium, 360 Flippin. Slovenia, Bozzy Bobbles. Sweden, Footv, and England, Simply Bipolar. In Africa, we've got 5 teams. We've got Ghana, Josh Thomas. Cameroon, Mark Verblood. Nigeria, Fernando Pastana. Zimbabwe, C4 Goes Boom. And Morocco, Lads Gameplay. In South America, we've only got 2. That's Uruguay, Petros 1892. And Colombia, Wasteland Wanderer. In Asia, we have only 2. Pakistan, Asian Mapper. And Australia, Joshua Danny. And in North America, we only have 2 as well. It's Canada, Cutter Historical, and Belize, Miguel Sanchez. So again, like I said, a little bit disappointing, but please, if you want to, then get your entries in. And you never know, you could win it with your entry. You really could, because anybody can win this, as we've seen in previous Subscriber World Cups. Since the World Cups in 2014, I'm going to simulate it to January 2013. I'll see you there. Okay, so we're in November 2012. I decided to settle there because that's about halfway through the whole qualification process. Let's check then and see where we're at. So let's start with my group. I'm top of my group, so as to be expected, I picked New Zealand because I knew that I would win the OFC. I knew I would because New Zealand are the best team there. Here are the African ones. There are only 5 people in Africa, so you all know who you are, but we're looking out for Ghana, Cameroon, Nigeria, Zimbabwe and Morocco. So right off the bat, I see Ghana top of Group D, Cameroon top of Group J, Nigeria just behind Togo in Group F, Zimbabwe third in Group H, but the games still need to be played, and Morocco are third in Group C. So a few teams in a little bit of trouble there, but not too much trouble. We only had 2 people in the Asia zone, so we're looking for Pakistan in this one. And I'm fairly sure they probably got knocked out very early. Yes, they did. Iraq beat them 3-1, so very unlucky to the person who picked Pakistan. And Australia are in the top of Group B at the moment, competing with Oman and the UAE to get to the World Cup. So that's not too bad for you. If we have a look at the 2 people in South America qualifying, they are sat nice and tightly in the middle of qualifying there. I mean, Paraguay and Venezuela could catch up with Uruguay and Colombia, but I don't know, Uruguay looks like they're quite comfortable. Maybe Colombia could be in a bit of peril if they lose a few games. If we have a look at the North American qualifying for the 2 people that are in there, Belize didn't even get through in Group D, but Canada got through on Group D. So Canada got through on the bigger group, but they couldn't make it through in Group C, missing out to Costa Rica and Honduras, and that's how the qualifying for CONCACAF stands in this point in time. So it hasn't really started yet, and the 2 people who got knocked out in the CONCACAF do not advance to the World Cup. And if you go to UEFA, we got loads of people here to review, but you all know who you are, so I'm just going to round it up for you. Currently, as it stands, Belgium and Scotland lead in Group A, with Croatia just behind them. Group B, Italy and the Czech Republic are currently there in that one. Group C got Austria, Germany and the Netherlands battling it out for that one. Group D, Switzerland and Hungary kind of just locked in there. Andorra surprisingly up there as well. Group E, you got Portugal and Slovenia up there, and Iceland just slightly behind them. Group F, Israel and Northern Ireland. Oh, that group is very close. Like a couple of wins and you're basically through. Group G, Montenegro and Lithuania are currently leading that one. England is struggling in that one. Group H, Spain and France are topping that group. And in Group I, Bosnia and Finland are currently sat on top of that one. But of course in that one only one gets to go through. Okay, so just a little pause in the simulation. I've gone into Confederation playoff against Honduras to try and see if I can qualify for the World Cup. So I don't think it's actually going to happen because New Zealand are weaker, but you never know. But before I simulate it, I want to check the final standings of the groups and then we can check what's happening elsewhere. It's pretty cool that you got the Confederation playoffs as well tucked in there. Okay, let's start with Africa. You all know who you are. So you've got Group A, South Africa. Group B, Tunisia. Group C, Ivory Coast. Group D, Ghana. Group E, Burkina Faso. Group F, Nigeria. Group G, Egypt. Group H, Mali. Group I, Tanzania. And Group J, Cameroon. And that's how it turned out. So you got South Africa winning on aggregate against Tunisia. Ghana losing against Ivory Coast, so that's one person dropping out there. Nigeria went through against Burkina Faso quite easily. Mali beat Egypt 3-2, sorry. And Cameroon beat Tanzania 5-1. So Cameroon are also someone who goes through there. So only 2 people going through in Africa qualifying there. Let's have a look and see the Asia zone then. Okay, so we got Australia topping that group as expected, to be fair. In the Combo Bowl, Colombia and Uruguay have both qualified, so well done to the people that picked those 2 nations. And to round it off, in Europe, we have got currently, I think there's only like maybe 1 game or maybe 2, but like I think there's only 1 game left. Belgium and Scotland, top of Group A. Croatia just missing out there. Group B, Italy and the Czech Republic. Group C, Netherlands and Sweden. I'm taking into account playoffs as well, by the way, so that's why I'm including second place. Group D, Switzerland and Hungary. Group E, Portugal and Slovenia. Group F, Greece and Russia. Group G, Lithuania and Montenegro. Lithuania did really well. That's a massive surprise. England getting dumped out in the qualification by Lithuania and Montenegro. See, this is what I mean, guys. It's so random. You may as well put any nation in because you just don't know who's going to win. England got dumped out. I mean, the real 2014 England were pretty terrible, to be fair. But yeah, Group H, France and Spain go through at the moment anyway. And Group I, Bosnia go through in that one. And then you've got some playoffs between Spain and Russia, Czech Republic and Hungary, Georgia and Sweden, and Montenegro and Slovenia. So we'll find out after we simulate my team's intercontinental playoff. I don't think I'm going to win because it's Honduras, but you never know. Okay, so it's 2-1 to me. Okay, that's not too bad. Let's go then. Let's see if we can just win here away from home. I think we did. Yeah, nice. So like I said, you all know who you are. Let's begin this draw. I'm going to do it manually to make it a bit more intense, I guess. There's only a few of you in there. So Paraguay in Group D. USA in Group D as well. Lithuania in Group F, well done to them for qualifying for the first time. Uruguay in Group E, so that's one of you in there. Nigeria in Group A, so that's another one of you. Group E, Hungary. Group G, Mali. Italy in Group D. Japan in Group H. Costa Rica in Group E. Argentina in F. Spain in Group G. Mexico in G as well. Switzerland in B. Slovenia in A, so Slovenia got through via the playoffs. Chile in Group C. Belgium in Group H. Iran in Group B. Group B, Colombia as well, so well done to the person who picked that one. Ivory Coast in Group F. Cameroon in H. Portugal in E. New Zealand, which is me in Group A, Australia in Group F, Bosnia in Group B, so Bosnia got through obviously. Group A, Brazil, which is a given because they're the hosts, so nobody can pick Brazil unless they win. Group H for Greece, Netherlands in Group G, and we just got the remaining ones. Oman in Group C, Tunisia in Group C, and France in Group D, and there's one more, Sweden in Group C. So there is your finals for the Subscriber World Cup. Let's see then who wins the Subscriber World Cup next. So for me, my first game is against Nigeria. Let's just get this over with because I'm not going to get out of this group. Probably not anyway. I'll be very surprised if they do. 3-1, okay, as expected. Next game against Brazil, they're going to smash me. Yeah, 2-0, not too bad I guess. New Zealand have been eliminated already. Okay, so we're going to simulate the rest of the tournament and see who wins the second Super Subscriber World Cup. We saw two big guys in there, and it is Argentina against Ivory Coast, so nobody picked Argentina. So what we need to do then is find someone who got closest to first place and basically give them the Subscriber World Cup. That's why I kind of said to people, like, you know, get your entries in and stuff like that, because usually in Subscriber World Cups I get like about 90 or 80 entries in there, but this time we only got about 35, and it was like kind of disappointing. So we're gonna try and find out who is the actual winner, and I think it might be Colombia. I think I saw Colombia in there, or it might be France actually. France have got a 1-0 lead, a win against Colombia. So what we're going to need to do is find out who wins this. But let's just check the groups quickly. So that's how it went down. You all know who you are. So Brazil and Nigeria in Group A. Group B, Colombia and Bosnia. Group C, Sweden and Chile. Group D, Italy and France. Group E, Portugal and Costa Rica. Group F, Ivory Coast and Argentina. Group G, Spain and the Netherlands. And Group H, Belgium and Japan. Straight away, I'm saying that France have won it by default, but only because the two winners of the actual World Cup were bots, so they don't count. So France have won it. So France was represented by Patrick MEALY, so well done to you. You win it. I don't know if you won it twice on the bounce. I'm not entirely sure, but well done to you. Colombia was second. That was Wasteland Wanderer, so congratulations to you. I know it says 4th on the board, but you technically come second because it was the computer winning it, so congratulations. Just so close there. Just so close. Okay, now we need to find out who came third. This is going to be a bit more difficult because I can't see anybody else in here. Okay, so third, because most of them are bots, most of the players are bots, third will have to go to Spain because they only lost 3-2 to Argentina in the quarterfinals. Argentina was a bot, France made it all the way to the end, and so did Colombia. So Spain came third, so Spain was represented by Daniel CORCHERO, so well done to you. I know this is super complicated, and fourth, we're going to have to give it to Belgium, who was represented by 360 Flippin. Now, the reason I gave 360 Flippin fourth and Daniel CORCHERO third is because in normal time, Spain scored 2 goals, but Belgium only scored 1. Although they scored 3 goals on penalties, that doesn't count. That does not go towards your overall goal tally in a World Cup. I'm looking to do a mixture of European teams and South American teams for the next one in June. Please get those entries in for those. So no other confederations, just European and South American to celebrate the Copa America and the Euros. I hope you enjoyed it nonetheless, and please get your entries in for the next one. Keep it loco, like and subscribe, and I'll see you again for the next video.